I'd also like to know about what other type of practical skills are being taught in schools. We used to have to learn how to balance a checkbook. We used to know about compounding interest and things like that.
Change a tire on a car.
Yeah, some very practical things. Yeah. Now it seems like kids are being geared up for the university life, which is where the real indoctrination is going to begin. And that is absolutely scary, because that's going to put the kids into not only financial debt, but a societal debt and a moral debt if they come out of this, completely carpet bombed by propaganda.
Yep. I wish they would put auto shops in middle schools.
Yes.
Oh man.
I wish they would put welding in middle schools.
Absolutely.
I wish that these kids, I always have, and it's usually boys. I always have boys that just check out because education's not their thing, but they're really good artists, or they're really good at building things, or they're really good with their hands. These kids need some vocational jobs to do, and they can make a lot of money doing that. And we do a good job in our school district of having stuff like that. Not a lot of them do. We have career weeks, and we push vocational because we have some conservatives that have said, look, vocational needs to be put out there. So we haven't been currently corrupted yet, but the younger generation's coming in, and I know that every young teacher that seems to pop in tends to be of a activist mentality.
Yeah, and that's
not an educator mentality.
Yeah, and that's a real big problem. But that sounds like something that we can have a whole different episode on, and which I'd like to do.
That is suddenly a whole other episode right there.
It is.
Good. Wow. Well, it was really nice to meet with you and talk with you, and I hope we can make this a regular thing, a once a month thing, kind of touch base, see how things are going. And like I said, if there's any type of organizing that needs to be done, any way that we can help you get people together, just let us know. If that's even just having a community meeting where people can have a space to come in and say, hey, tell us what you think. There's no judgment here. Be honest, and we can find out who's really against this stuff, and then from there we can create this united front and brainstorm ideas and get these people on the school board and say, hey, we want this to stop right now. We don't want these teachers coming in and teaching our kids this, and we want to probably have to change the whole tenure rule, because once a teacher gets tenure, you can't get rid of them. And but that's probably getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. But any type of organization, anything that we can do to just at least get the word out there that these people are not alone. Because until I started to get into this, I kind of just kept myself quiet, because I thought, well, this is a real touchy subject. I don't think anybody else might agree with me, so I'm just going to keep to myself. And it just got so absolutely ridiculous. I'm thinking, no way that people are going along and agreeing with this. There has to be a ton of people out there, and there's probably 75 million, if not more, that think the way that we do. But we have horrible organizing skills, our side does. We have horrible ways to unite and unify ourselves because we're conservatives and we believe in individualism, and we're not part of the collective Borg. So we're going to have to...
Yeah, and we have morals also.
Absolutely. Right. If you give your enemy the same nobility that you have for yourself, he's going to take advantage of you. If you remember when Batman could have killed the Joker, but he didn't because he was noble, and then the Joker's about ready to release a nuclear bomb on New York City, and Superman looks at him and says, why didn't you kill him? Because you are portraying your own nobility upon these people who don't share it with you, and they use that against you. But we have an end in mind. We just want this to stop, and we want individual freedom, and we want our kids to grow up not hating themselves and not hating anybody, and not to judge any race as being superior or inferior to anyone else by the inherent characteristics that they're born with and that they cannot change. And just like Martin Luther King Jr. said, the content of one's character and not the color of the skin. And that seems to be the next thing that they're going to throw out. And I think a lot of people are going to be red-pilled because the next natural progression in this, because these types of things, when they progress, they can't stop themselves, is they're going to eat. When they start tearing down Martin Luther King statues and start going against him, I think a lot of people are going to be red-pilled from that. But until that happens, we have to organize. We have to know that there's a broad community support for just the fundamental ideas of freedoms and education that we have for our kids. So if there's anything that we can do, just let us know. And it was really great talking with you today.
Thank you very much. Nice talking with you guys also.
Yeah, have a nice one.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
You too.
Bye.
Dumb as a bucket of shrimp.